I sit here in this room and I stare at the lamp and I think I sit with an ant under this yellow light and we drink beer and I try to remember what I once wanted to forget. I try to forget what I wanted to remember. Wandering through the layers and shutterings of my own brain, no scenery remains, my mind snapping closed like a mind snapping closed. I feel like a cosmonaut in the suit of my own body. I have nothing to say and I want to communicate this. It's completely fruitless to quarrel with the world, whereas to quarrel with oneself is occasionally fruitful and always interesting. I live near a slaughterhouse and am ill with thriving. Yesterday a drop of semen, tomorrow a handful of ashes. Hands and fingers that hold babies and turn pages just burn away. Everything's been figured out except how to live. However you intellectualize it, you still just live. What I've been trying to figure out is how to die. People always die too soon or too late. And yet life is there, finished, the line is drawn, it all has to be added up. You are nothing other than your life. There is only ever one day left, always starting over. It is given to us in the morning and taken away from us while we sleep, and it's 1/2 fucking nowhere, everywhere. There is no solution as satisfactory as God. I don't believe in God. He's been disproved by science. God is absence, the solitude of man. There is a novel by James Morrow called Towing Jehovah, in which God dies literally. His 2-mile-long body, flowing grey beard and all, are found floating in the ocean. A tanker captain is hired to tow God for burial, and the priests, rabbis, bomos, donkeys try to figure out why God died. What they came up with was this. God had decided that his continual existence, or at least belief in his existence, was holding humanity back, that they needed more independence. The only way to accomplish this was to die. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone, he proved that he, God, had once existed but not anymore. So now people could be freed from speculation and yet take heart in knowing that there was a God. I find it ironic that the only way to prove that there was no God was to prove that there was a God, but he's dead now. That God does not exist, I cannot deny. My whole being cries out for God I cannot forget. We're all just dancing in the void under the illusion of having an approving audience. Freedom doesn't help a person live. We are condemned to be free. You're on earth, there's no cure for that. You say you don't want to be taken against your will. People are taken against their will every day. Do you want tomorrow to come? Do you want to live in the future? From the solitude of the abyss to the solitude of the sea. Never mind, you can't stop the clock. Tomorrow will take today by force, whether you like it or not. Time itself is an act of rape. No one asked to be born, no one asked to die. We are all taken by force all the time. Listen to the cry of a woman in labor at the hour of giving birth. Look at a dying man's struggle at his last extremity and then tell me whether something that begins and ends thus could be intended for enjoyment. The tears of the world are a constant quantity. For each one who begins to weep somewhere else, another stops. You get used to the muck as you go along. Nothing you can do about it. No use struggling. One is what one is. No use wriggling. But while waiting, what about hanging ourselves? Hanging by the wrists. Burning with cigarettes. Burning with an iron. Hosing with water. Hitting with fists. Kicking with boots. Hitting with truncheons. Hitting with whips. Hitting the genitals. Hitting the head against the wall. Depriving of sleep. Depriving of toilets. Subjecting to abuse. Electric shocks used on the head. Used on the genitals. On the feet. On the lips. On the eyes. Strapping to crosses. Whipping with cables. Pouring on boiling water. Submerging in water. Crushing the feet. Cutting the face. Removing the fingernails. Closing in a box. Castrating. Multiple cutting. Caning the backside. Caning the limbs. The dusk. The strain. Waiting. Infest. Imagine. For a second I revere Hemingway at the end of his endurance, sticking a barrel of a gun into his trembling mouth. I think of Van Gogh slicing off part of his ear for a hole, then blowing himself away in a cornfield. Socrates drinking hemlock with a smile. Nietzsche going mad, Dostoyevsky standing blindfolded before a firing squad, Camus totaling his car, Sartre smoking 3 packs a day to die singly and usually alone. You've got to admire them for their courage, for the effort. All of them heroes you can be grateful for and admire from afar as you wake up from your ordinary dreams each morning. I sit here in this room and I stare at the lamp and I think. A famished orphan sits somewhere in the mind. I'm certain I'm the only one remembering him tonight.
Hello, boss.
Hello, boss. Sorry, working late.
Okay.
Makan already?
Makan already.
Okay, good.
Later you off the light kan?
Boleh.
Okay.
Good night, I'd even hoped that my life would be like a scream. But on the contrary, it's like a flower.